care of the younger siblings, so that both mom and dad could go into the farm and do the farm work. And if not, then the mom will do all of the work that really needs to be done to keep the house until the husband comes back. So to me, like, those people are working. It's kind of like, I imagine in the 60s and 70s, and this is all knowledge from men. In the States, women are home kind of taking care of the household, and men are kind of working in different areas, except for I didn't really have, the first-hand information of what other women were doing around, like, for my, people that are of my grandparents' generation. For my dad's side, my dad's dad, my grandpa was part of the army, and my grandma, like my dad's mom, my nana, she was a kindergarten teacher. Well, she doesn't teach anymore, but when she was younger, she sort of just started her own kindergarten in their bigger living room at the time, and she had taught a lot of people, and a lot of those people, turn out to become kindergarten teachers themselves. And my grandma, my nana, was working her whole life. Like, she was never a housewife, and it was not like she worked and became this, like, big entrepreneur or, like, role model or whatever, but she was always working. And my grandpa, who passed away when I was really young, I never really got to meet him. After he retired, he became I think he worked in what do you call those? Like a pharmaceutical company, sort of, in those factories. But my grandma was the person who raised their whole family and worked as a kindergarten, like, principal, however you will call that, she was running it, she was teaching it, she was hiring teachers to teach more kids in the school, so she was very well respected in the local community. And then both of my parents were still, they both went to university, and a lot of people in their generation had the opportunity to go to pursue higher education, and a lot of them were both really working, and there was not, traditionally, of course, women would take on more responsibilities at home, because of, if they decide to have the children, it's just natural that they have to put more time into being with the children, and then during that time, the men might need to just work more. But right now, some people of my generation, if we, look at history coming down to where we are now, people are pretty well balanced when it comes to that. Like, my friends, a couple friends who have babies recently, and they have 6 months of legal maternity leave all paid for.